Yo, Dudley better be in Tekken Cross Street Fighter. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Tekken Cross Street Fighter is the game. Tekken Cross Street Fighter is the game that the Japanese developer of Tekken promised 10 years ago that was going to come out, but because these fucking fake fanboys, when Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out, oh my god, the characters are on the disc, and they want us to buy DLC. Oh my god, I'm not supporting it anymore. You guys quite possibly ruined the chances of Tekken Cross Street Fighter ever even coming out. I still have faith that the Japanese developer really meant what he said, and hopefully he also listens to me, because as you can see what happened with Akuma in Tekken 7, that he completely wiped his ass with every character in the Tekken roster when he first got released in Japanese arcades. And that's because he doesn't have to do like block strings like every other Tekken character basically has to do. And, you know, there's a simple solution to that. Just make every special move that he normally does in Street Fighter be a block string that you could do, like a combination. Like 1-1-2 would be like jab, jab, fireball. You know, 1-1-3 would be like, you know, spin, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like jab, spin kick. Or, you know, 2-3 would be like crouching medium punch into spin kick. But like obviously you wouldn't have to do the motion. If you do the combo correctly, it'll end in the special move. That's the, you know, I just thought Akuma was too good. Akuma was too good in Tekken. I'm sorry. Like, I'm saying that as someone that played rank with Akuma just to see how good he really was. Dog, I had no idea what any of his combinations were, dog. I was playing it like it was Street Fighter. Dog, all I had to do was spin kick. I swear to God, spin kick literally wiped the fucking ass of every Tekken character in the game. All you have to do is spin kick with Akuma and you will win against anybody, basically. Oh my god, that was so whack. I tried to show off right there and it backfired. It always happens to me on stream. I love that. Dog, yo, dog, stop changing the good knockout sounds. Don't stop changing that, please. That's fucking hilarious. Keep that one. The ones in the original Street Fighter 3 New Generations and what was it, Double Impact or something like that. Dudley's voice actor was garbage. Almost all the voice acting in Part 1 and Part 2 were garbage. I'm sorry to say that to the voice actors that actually did it, but Dudley sounded amazing in Third Strike. I almost had that. I came up with that. You see that hard kick, spin kick I did on when they're knocked wake up. If you do it early, it's a cross up that they have to block. I'm not saying you can't counter it. It's extremely difficult to counter. I've only seen the computer actually counter that. I'm not saying you can't counter. I'm saying it's a difficult counter. Oh my god, please though. Back up, boy. Oh, way too far. That was Kara. That was Kara. Dudley is one of those characters that I do want to see in, I also want to see Roger in Tekken 8. I hope Roger really makes it into the roster. The kangaroo with the boxing gloves that does the Sugar Ray Leonard punch. I really hope he's in the game, man. I really do. He was one of my favorite characters growing up as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Chun-Li, how are you? I really like, I swear to God, I'm not even joking around. I would love to play Justin Wong's Chun-Li in Third Strike. But I would also like to pick the stage that we play on as well. But I would really love to play as Chun-Li in Third Strike. I know he has the best Chun-Li in the world. Even though the Japanese Chun-Li player actually did beat him, but I think that's only because he was playing on a bad stage. I honestly think so. Don't get me wrong, that Japanese Chun-Li player is like pretty damn good as well. Like I think they're equally matched, but I thought he picked a bad stage to play in tournament play. You know what I'm saying? Because he had the tables and stuff like that Nuki was basically using like as like almost like kind of like a cover up. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. You know, I don't think that stage should be allowed in ranked in tournament play. Chun-Li stage is what I'm talking about. I still think like if they were to rematch that Chun-Li mirror match in Third Strike, I think Justin Wong would beat him, no doubt about it. Oh, you're gonna hit that. I Hadouken that pussy, bitch. I super Hadouken that pussy, bitch. Oh, I almost had it. Oh my god. AI wants to win. There's nothing I could do. I didn't want to do spin kick. I just want to do standing hard kick. Oh god, I missed the super. Wow. Come on, baby. Uh-oh. Sweep. This should be game. I was gonna say, if she had to block that, she could have done EX spin kick. If she would have done EX spin kick, her EX spin kick is pretty good in this game. Her anti-air, she has a lot of normal anti-airs, but her true anti-air is EX spin kick, similar to, it's the same motion as Guile's flash kick. So it's like a down-up charge with two kick buttons instead of one. And that's how you stop them from, I mean, it's not, I can parry it, but like, if I commit to doing a air attack, then you no longer are able to parry. But a lot of high-level players in Third Strike, they do a lot of empty jumps. And basically, it sounds exactly what it means, is like the player will jump in the air with anticipation of parrying anything that you might do, including an anti-air. So, in all honesty, in high-level Third Strike, you're actually better off not doing a true anti-air, like an uppercut, or EX spinning bird kick, unless you know for a fact that they committed to doing a jumping attack, like jumping light kick, like Alex Valle likes to do a lot. You know, jumping anything. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if they do an empty jump, you're better off doing a normal attack that is special cancelable. Like for instance, my main character is Ryu. So if I do crouching hard punch into EX uppercut, they have to block 3, which is way harder to do. And I don't necessarily have to commit to doing the special cancel into EX uppercut. I could just stop at crouching hard punch, and you're forced to parry that as the player that empty jumped. You're forced to parry that because I'm acting first. And you could be wrong and I counter you, or you could parry it and be basically in a guessing game where you cannot commit to countering me, because before you're able to do something like, let's say, a crouching light kick or a crouching jab to counter me for doing a crouching hard punch in the first place after you parry, I could continue the parry. I mean, I could continue the combination going, you know what I'm saying? Like crouching hard punch, EX uppercut, crouching hard punch, spin kick. Obviously, depending on the positioning, because I could only special cancel it at the very bottom of it. If it hits at the very top of the fist, I won't be able to special cancel anything, but I'll be able to block any, especially if it's high on the fist, I'll be able to block any counter that they might do to me. So it's what basically what I'm trying to say is like, it's like It's like it's a low risk, high reward situation because I'm putting my opponent who, almost all high level third strike players are empty jumping. In the new games, only brilliant players like me are empty jumping. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of players don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? And there is a strategy behind empty jumping is that, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't have to block a cross up or a jumping attack, which normally puts you in a different amount of block stun than going for an empty jump low attack. You know what I'm saying? If I go for an empty jump low attack, you have to block that before way before the time it takes to do you block a high attack. You know what I'm saying? Like if I do an empty jump low and you're thinking I'm doing a cross up or a jumping attack, you're gonna lose to the low and I could full super you after that. I could level 3 super you after that. Like for all these players that think that there is not a logic to Street Fighter, there is a logic to it. There really is. You know what I'm saying? You really got to pay attention to the positioning and like the situation at hand. You know what I'm saying? It's difficult for me to just go like explain every single situation one after another because I only start to think about it as I'm playing. But like a lot of players think that there's not a true logic to Street Fighter, and there is. Just like every other fighting game, you're trying to counter your opponent or attack your opponent without them being able to counter or attack you or attack you back. You know what I'm saying? Like you're basically in like situations like people say like third strike is a little bit different because even though something is safe on block, it might not necessarily be safe. It's not necessarily safe on parry. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see a lot of high level third strike players. They'll do a lot of crouching light kick and crouching jab. Because on parry, it is still safe on block. But like, let's say I do crouching medium kick, which is normally safe on block, or crouching medium punch, which is normally safe on block. On parry, I'm actually still in a counter state because the recovery time, it allows the opponent that parried to act before you would normally be safe. So like third strike is a whole nother, logic. Like every other Street Fighter game, like a crouching medium punch is almost certainly safe on block. Crouching medium kick is certainly safe on block. You know what I'm saying? But if I miss that, then I'm actually in a counter state depending on how good my opponent is, depending on their range. You know what I'm saying? Like if I miss a sweep or I miss a crouching medium kick, I'm in a big counter state right there. You know what I'm saying? Like let's say for example, I'm using Kimberly in Street Fighter 6. I could like if they miss a sweep, like I could basically do standing medium kick into medium punch Rekka. I could do a lot of things. I could do standing medium kick into hard punch Rekka and then do an air grab. I could do I could do a lot of stuff depending on my situation, how much meter I have and everything. I could level 3 them in that situation. You know what I mean? I could do standing medium kick into light punch Rekka, into level 3. And like if you're anywhere around 40% health, I literally win the round off of that one mistake. And like, a lot of players like they think that because a high level player almost always goes for like crouching lights and crouching jabs and grabs that like, I'm not supposed to do anything else but that. And the only time that's actually in my opinion true, even though in Third Strike is the only game that I say like it's more true than anything else. Street Fighter 6 as well because it also has parry. Street Fighter 5 had it, but only a few characters had it. You know what I'm saying? So like parry, in my opinion, even though it ruins the game. Not that it ruins the game, it just makes the game it takes away a lot of options that normally players would use to their advantage. And that's the main reason I was telling them to not put it in the first place. But it's not my decision. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like if I do this, like this is not safe on block. This is not safe on block. A lot of players think like, let me see. Depending on what character they're using as well. Because now I'm trying to force the situation. So like right there, that crouching medium kick fireball, it does not do a hard knockdown. But in my opinion, it should do a hard knockdown. And an EX Fireball should do a wall bounce, or at least pop them up in the air higher so that you could keep the combo going. I think it would look better if it did a wall bounce, just like EX sidestep kick. The reason I say that is because I also think you should be able to special cancel like overheads. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like overheads, you could just go right into uppercut. Overhead, you could go right into super without having to do. You know, let me not. What I'm saying is this: like, if they just added a hard knockdown to Ryu's classic crouching medium kick, crouching medium punch. I mean, he could do it off of everything now, and that's more the reason. Like in these older games, like let's say I do in Third Strike, I do standing light kick into Fireball. If the standing light kick does hit and counter my opponent, and I do a Fireball. In that situation, even if they try to go for super, if they're good enough to throw a super after this crouching light kick, my Fireball, I'm not going to guarantee it because I have not tested every single situation. But the Fireball is going to counter my opponent before he's able to do the super. But what I'm trying to say is this: like in the newer games, he can combo all this. I love that you can do that. As a true Ryu player that has basically been playing Ryu from the very beginning as a little kid, like I have basically only used Ryu has always been my true main character in Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I was a little kid. The only reason I'm using Kimberly in Street Fighter 6 is because, you know, due to lag, when I know for a fact where my talent is, and I know I could uppercut my opponent, and like I know where my talent is, and it doesn't come out. As a player, I get upset not with the game, not with the developers, because obviously it has to do more with latency than the game development. Because, you know, when I play Street Fighter 6 offline, it's incredible. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's incredible. I have to say, it really is. You know, if I could change one thing, I would take drive impact out of the game. And honestly, I would change. I love the drive rush. I would take away the parry, and I would take away the drive impact, and I would just add the universal overhead. You know what I'm saying? If I could design the game. But what I'm trying to say is this: like, if you just added a hard knockdown to Ryu's Fireball, and a wall bounce to EX, that would allow you to add the recovery time that in my opinion is necessary for the game to be a little bit more fair for some of the better characters. Like, a lot of people do not give credit for Ryu in Street Fighter 6, and they have not really, you know, I see way more Ken players than Ryu, but in my honest opinion, I still think Ryu is the better character. You know what I'm saying? I think Ken's overheads are pretty obvious. You know what I'm saying? I think Ken's overheads are probably the worst in the entire game. In fact, like, if I were to make a tier list, what really saves Ken is his uppercut, his EX uppercut. You know what I'm saying? He could get away with dealing with pressure that normally, like, characters like me that have to deal with pressure, or Zangief, you know, have to deal with real strong pressure. You know what I'm saying? He gets away with it. And I'm not going to deny that Ryu gets away with it as well. The only difference is that, like, you know, I honestly don't think Ken. The reason why, you know, everyone's saying Ken is good is because of that. You know what I'm saying? If Ken's uppercut had to hit a little bit later to anti-air properly, and like you could stuff his uppercut like you know how you could in Third Strike and stuff like that, Ken wouldn't, in my opinion, would be quite possibly the worst character in the entire game. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm not going to deny he has a lot of good damage output, and that's another reason why he's up there on the tier list. You know what I'm saying? But like, what pisses me off as a player, I'm not going to say, like, if I do, let's say I do crouching medium kick Fireball, right, with Ryu, and they block it. I actually am in a counter state, but the problem is I'm not in a big counter. Like, the counter state window is not as big as it should be in the older games. Even in the newer games, I feel that it should be way more. And I think this is the only issue that should be fixed in Street Fighter 6. I'm not going to say it's a bad game, because it's, as you can see, out of all the fighting games I play, I actually play Street Fighter more than anything else. And that's because, you know, it was the original fighting game that I've like was a huge fan of. And in fact, like I played all the other ones, and I love Tekken 7. You know what I'm saying? I always loved Tekken ever since I first played it when I was a little kid as well. But for me, I always was a Street Fighter fanatic. You know what I'm saying? But oh my god, I missed it. Bitch, stay down. Oh my god. The fucking computer's amazing. He could have actually parried that and countered me. Right there, the AI did not parry me. That's actually an easy parry. That's why Ryu is actually considered way worse than Ken in Third Strike. Although Ken and Dudley can also combo their overheads, their unique special overheads that are unique to them only, not the universal overhead. You know what I'm saying? I think that's also why Dudley and Ken are like quite possibly like the two best characters in the entire game.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh, that was beautiful. Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost had it. See, that's why it's reasons like that why you want to why you actually really want to follow through and practice those combinations, because combinations in Street Fighter are way more difficult. Not in Street Fighter 6, because they really made it they simplified it. You know what I'm saying? Which I thought was a real good move. In fact, I was the one that suggested it in the first place, even though it was already in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And that's basically kind of where I got my inspiration from to bring it up to them. Like, dog, if there's any game that needs a simplified mode for like beginner players and casual players to like want to play the game and continue to like enjoy it and understand it, it really needs that. You know what I'm saying? Because now you could do special moves by just pressing one button, where normally it required like an exact, you know what I'm saying, special move input. And that's no longer like, a requirement anymore. So like in Marvel 3 as well. So like, I think that's something that should stay in Marvel 3, the simple mode, Marvel vs. Capcom, and Street Fighter, man. I think King of Fighters should also bring it into their game as well. You know what I'm saying? I think King of Fighters is an awesome game. You know what I'm saying? I think it just keeps getting better and better. I did get the King of Fighters 13 global match recently, even though I feel like I shouldn't have to buy it a second time. But I was a huge fan of King of Fighters 13, even though I did think King of Fighters 12 was actually better than 13. The reason I say that is because you did not lose a round just because you made one mistake. And in King of Fighters 13, you literally lose a round just for making one mistake. Luckily, one of my favorite characters was the Drunken Master, the old Chinese guy, Chin. I always loved that character, even though they took away his yo-yo or whatever the hell that was. That was hilarious. I think it was in King of Fighters 98. But like I said, I really think King of Fighters could use that medium punch, medium kick. Like that there's nothing wrong with there being a medium punch and medium kick in King of Fighters. And I also think when in King of Fighters, there's a lot of characters in the game that are kind of like duplicate characters. Like Kyo and Yuri basically do the same freaking uppercut and the same like ground flame that like, Geese Howard does and like Terry fucking Bogard does. It's like you could simplify that. Like everybody knows Terry Bogard is like the poster boy for King of Fighters ever since Fatal Fury. You know what I'm saying? Joe obviously has to be in the game. Andy Bogart, I personally like Andy Bogart better than Terry, like they're brothers in the game, you know, the storyline. But I personally liked Andy Bogart's style way more. Like he was like a white boy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, I like his whole style way better. You know, he was almost like Ryu a little bit from Street Fighter. I think they should just simplify. What I mean is like stop like in King of Fighters 13. It doesn't have to be a 3 versus 3. Like if you want to have that option available for like true fans that really want to master 3 characters, but when it comes to tournament play and ranked matches, just let it be a 1 versus 1, man. Like I love King of Fighters, but goddamn, it's a lot of work to try to master 3 characters, man. You're asking a lot from the fans to try to master 3 characters. Like, luckily, I've played King of Fighters, like, you know, consistently throughout the years. Like, ever since, like, PlayStation 2 and ever since in the arcade when I was younger. So, like, I really know a lot about King of Fighters and like, what characters I like. You know, I think Kim is pretty cool. I love Kim's, like, baggy, you know, dojo outfit and whatever, gi. You know, that's pretty cool, too. You know what I'm saying? I think it should just be a 1 versus 1. And there's like a lot of characters, even though they say like they did add a team samurai showdown, but goddamn, they didn't add any of the characters that should have been in it. Dragon Porto should have been in it. The white boy with the German Shepherd. You know, who else? Earthquake should have been in it. I mean, those are the unique characters that should be in it. I mean, come on, let's keep it real though. Earthquake is like the best character from SNK. He used to do the fart projectile. Remember he used to do the fart projectile? He used to, like, he would literally fart. I swear to God, in the older games on Genesis, I had Samurai Showdown. He would fart, and I swear to God, if you got hit by the fart, your character would smell it, and then, like, just fall to the ground and collapse from the smell. Like, it was that bad of a smell that they just fainted and fell to the ground. It was so funny, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys have not played, even though they took it off the App Store, I'm sure there is a way to still download it. I really hope so. I hope Capcom changes their mind about it, because Flappy Fighter, whatever developer designed Flappy Fighter, is exactly how a fighting game should be on a cell phone. I would love for the buttons to be even bigger. Like the buttons, just make them like real big squares that take up maybe like the bottom right half of the screen for like action buttons, and then the bottom, like when it comes to action on the left hand side, like you should allow action all the way to the top of the screen. I know you're like, oh, but then you're gonna block the action. Well, dog, in the heat of the moment, I might know what to do, and my finger might be like a little off, and like I hate like you have to be so precise, like, you know what I'm saying? But like, dog, Capcom, you guys are making a big mistake with that. Like, I know they obviously took the animations from Third Strike. It's very obvious that they took reused animations from Third Strike to make Flappy Fighters. It was a fighting game on the Apple App Store, dog. It was the most brilliant fight game I ever played. I love King of Fighters 13 and Street Fighter 4 on the App Store. I thought it was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a lot of fun. You know, I actually cleared all the challenges in Street Fighter 4 app. Like, it took me. Some of them were amazingly difficult on to do on touch controls, like E Honda. But like dog, that app, like, I'm upset that they didn't even keep continuing updating that. Like dog, like, instead of hating, like, what Capcom shouldn't be like, oh, this developer made an amazing fighting game and it's a lot of fun, and like, even though they're stealing, like, it looked for me like they stole animations from Street Fighter Third Strike Ryu, because the dash and everything looks exactly the same. But like, that's not a bad thing. Like, that's a fan paying homage to an amazing fighting game, Street Fighter. Everybody knows that. It's the grandfather of all fighting games. It started it all. If you're a Mortal Kombat or a Tekken fan, you could thank Street Fighter right here. For all those Japanese developers that are making a fortune with Guilty Gear, and they're making all this money with Guilty Gear and Virtual Fighter and, you know, Tekken and Mortal Kombat, like, you can really be thanking Street Fighter developers, man, and their originality and their, you know, they're amazing development. You know, I'm like, I talk a lot of shit, and mainly it's because I'm a sore loser. Like, I don't like to lose. And I know a lot of the times it's because of the lag and not because of my, you know, my talent. Because I know my talent is God tier. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm the only player that is God tier, but I'm the best out of all the God tier players. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I don't see any other player that people go, oh, they're high level. I don't see any of them and go, oh, this player I would never beat them. I go like why, like I know I could beat them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doubting in any way, shape, or form. The new games is not the same though. Like a lot of these players, like you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take away from what they've accomplished in the fighting game community. You know, like Daigo Mahara is like what he does. The combos he was doing in Alpha 3 were ridiculous. Like if he was honestly really doing it, and it wasn't like just a program a button sequence that he was activating and it automatically did it for him. Like if he was actually good enough to do that, he's ridiculous. He's ridiculous because I seen him doing like 40, 50, 60 hit combos in Alpha 3 with Ryu. And I'm sitting there with my jaws like literally almost touching the ground. I'm like, wow, this guy's fucking, you know, I can never do a combo that good in Alpha 3, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see Capcom redo Alpha 3 with a little bit better leniency on the combos so that, like, you can, like, a player on D-pad can actually pull it off. Like, it's pretty hard to do on D-pad. I was able to get it to like around maybe like 20, 30, like 25, 30 around there before I reset it again. No, it's not. Oh my god. I thought I was way closer. Oh my god, I was supposed to use the light kick. Only light kick works after it breaks apart. I forgot that. Oh man, I love this game, though. This is like my favorite game, dog. This is my favorite game, no doubt about it. Oh no, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that one. I'm really upset I didn't get the collector's edition for Street Fighter 6, man. I really wanted all those unique colors. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted. I hope they add it as DLC. If they add it as DLC, I will get it for sure. I just got the regular version on release day. But I kind of regret not getting the collector's edition just because I wanted the special colors. So I hope Capcom really, you know, really releases it. Oh my god, good shit. I couldn't block anymore. Either I couldn't block anymore or I let go of block like an idiot. I thought I had already blocked it though. Ah, I missed it. I missed the combo, but it still followed through. Oh, that was nice. Oh my god, that counts. Oh my god, I'm so whack. That should be it. Oh my god. Sweep that shit. Sweep that shit. Oh, that was beautiful. I knew he was going for the grab, but... Oh, that was beautiful. See, I tried to go for super there, but I got regular fireball. There it is. That should be the game. You see what happened right there? Like, on block... If he would have just done one, I'm pretty sure I still would have been able to counter. But the problem with that is, you know what I'm saying? It's a difficult situation, especially if he does like EX. is because he could stop at one if he wanted to, or he could keep going with all three. You know what I'm saying? I know that they like to do the Rekkas as a 3-hit combination, but they should. What I'm saying is this: they should take away the option of stopping at one. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know about everyone else, but like I think it's kind of unfair. Either they should stop at one as the Rekka, or they should it should. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying it's like impossible to deal with. You know what I'm saying? At least after the first Rekka, you should be able to counter them easier, which I feel like for example, like Kimberly in Street Fighter 6. Like if I start to do Rekkas, like I don't think the counter window is as easy as it should be. Like the invincibility should not even be there. Like I don't know exactly how to explain the situation, but like after I block the first hit, like I should be able to counter it so that they can't follow through with a second and third hit and like have me in this like mix-up game. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe you can. I haven't actually tested that specific situation out like that. Oh my god. I thought I had that. Oh my god. I think Remy, after he misses his, I know you can parry. That's not like a true block string or anything like that. Like if you block one or the second one, you know what I'm saying? You could parry in between that. You don't have to wait for like the original Street Fighter and block the second one as well. Oh my god, I'm so whack. Oh my god, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. That might be win. Okay. Oh my god. Like I said, if you're good enough on computers or phones to like side load or whatever that they're allowing in Apple now to get Flappy Fighters, dog, I highly recommend it. It's like the most fun fighting game I've ever played in my life.
Prepare to strike. Now.
Oh my god. That was a horrible. No. Grab. That was a gut punch. All right. Man, I really wanted to there was a match that I had in Tekken 7, man. I wish I knew how to actually save it. Because there was a match that I had with a real good Kazuya player. Aren't they all, right? Like, basically, it was down to the final match, final rounds. Next situation was going to win it. Dog, I swear to God, I think he went for the rising uppercut that Kazuya has, like the one that he leaps off the ground. I think he went for something like that. He did the dog. I did the EX version of Bruce Lee. Not Bruce Lee. Martial Law's charge punch. You know what he did when you do like down back like 2 punches, and he like charges up this like unblockable hit. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I really wanted to win, dog. I did the EX. I was like, because I beat, it was down to the third match. So like I beat him the first time, he barely beat me the second time, and then it was down to the final round of the final match. Because I like to consider it like it's a tournament style, so like I have to win 2 out of 3. And it was the final round, final match. I caught him with the EX unblockable, and I freaking won with that shit, dog. I know he was like, fuck! I know he was on the other side of the planet, like, fuck!
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh my god. No. Oh my god, I'm so whack. Oh, you're not gonna give me that? Oh, that's a good trade though. That was a good sweep. Holy shit. So was that. You think you're the only one that got a sweep button? You think you're the only one that got a sweep button, computer? You think you're the only one that got a sweep button? I got a fucking sweep button. Oh my god. Please, no! I love it. Oh my god. Grab that shit. That was a Kara. Oh my god. Oh, that counters. That's win. That's win. If you guys don't know a Kara, I think it's Kara. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Kara. Kara throw. They call it Kara throw. It's like basically like if I do forward with my character, like it depends on what character you're also picking as well. Like with Chun-Li, it's like forward hard kick. But before the actual hard kick actually hits your opponent, if you grab, it actually gives you way more range. Similar to like Ken in Street Fighter 4, where he would like get like literally like if you were on training stage, like it would give you an additional block of grab range, which I thought was a little unfair. In fact, I think Ken should not have even been allowed in tournament play because of that. You know, they should have patched that out. They never did though. In this game is a little bit like I think they should even patch it out in this game as well. I don't know if they do it intentionally, but like it does work though. Like it depends on what character, and like depending on what character it's gonna be a different motion to get like additional range. Like for Ryu, it's forward medium punch, his overhead, it gives him additional range on the grab. So like where you normally don't think you're in grab range, you actually are in grab range, and it's deceptively good, especially characters like Elena. Like she has one of the best Kara throws in the entire game. I think it's a forward medium kick as well. She like quite possibly like you're literally like you go from like halfway from like medium kick range to like literally grabbing your opponent. It's ridiculous. Not every character has a good one. Like they consider Ryu to be one of the worst. Of course, my favorite character has the worst one. But like I'm almost positive the one I just did was the Kara throw though. The Kara throw.
Final round. Go for it.
I'm not even gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm this epic fucking legend that he never misses a Kara throw. Dog, I play on D-pad on a PlayStation controller, and it's like I'm not gonna even sit here and lie that 100% of the time I get it. I know how to do it and I know when to do it, but I'm not 100% accurate with actually getting it to work. I would be lying to you if I said that. No way. Oh my god, way out of range. Oh my god, that was fast. Crouching medium. Oh no. Hell no. The fuck? I like bitches only, kid. Oh my god. Game! Game!
You win.
And right there, I'm not even gonna sit here and brag, but like you can do jumping attacks so low. The only professional high level players that I have ever seen do this is Tokido with his Akuma. I honestly thought I was the only player that knew about it because I'd never seen any player in ranked ever do it. But you can do a normal attack so low to the ground that it looks like it's going to hit, but it doesn't. It never hits. So like it's a good way to fake your opponent into thinking they have to block that situation, but it misses entirely and it puts you in a grab situation. So like these are things as like a long time high level player in ranked that like I never see anyone else do it, but like this is part of the whole logic of the whole like game plan. Like when you're doing all this to your opponent, these are the things that like really crack your opponent's defense. I'm saying this as a longtime player. Does it work on me? Of course it works on me. I'm not like a fucking robot that doesn't make mistakes. I'm a fucking human being, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like people have cracked my defense like plenty of times, bro. I'm not this perfect player that doesn't make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm just saying out of love, like if you guys don't know stuff like this, it'll help you improve your game and help you get, you know, more wins, and finally maybe I'm like the Oro of Street Fighter. I'm hoping that someone gets good enough to finally beat me. Even if that means I have to train Ryu to do it. I'm the Oro of Street Fighter. I'm the real life Oro. If I have to train the player that's actually going to be good enough to beat me, then if that's what I have to do to finally have some competition, then that's what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because right now I feel like no one could beat me. And that, I'm talking about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's a joke to me. High-level Mortal Kombat players are pathetic to me. High-level Mortal Kombat players are pathetic to me. I'm not impressed. You know, within 2 days, I was wiping my ass with 99% of the Mortal Kombat community online. Within literally 2 days of playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, high-level Mortal Kombat players do not impress me. I'm sorry. You know, there's only one Mortal Kombat player that I honestly do have respect for, and that's it. Just one. You know what I'm saying? I do give him props, because I feel like he's the Mortal Kombat version of me. Like, whereas like me and Street Fighter is like, I'm God tier. He's like the Mortal Kombat version of no one ever really mentions him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Rio for me is the best Mortal Kombat player of all time. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what anyone else says. I know a lot of people, like, he has not won as many tournaments as you know, Sonic Fox and stuff like that. But I honestly think he was the first player doing it when Mortal Kombat, like, really took off as Mortal Kombat 9. And, like, there was really a big scene that everyone was trying to win. You know, if the game wasn't so goddamn broken, then Rio, no doubt about it, would have won first place. No doubt about it. I mean, he was literally wiping his ass with everybody with his Cabal, dog. You know what I'm saying? His Cabal literally was wiping everybody, like, literally wiping his ass with everybody, dog. Cabal was completely broken in the game, though. Like, I'm not going to deny that. Like, there's no doubt about it that Cabal literally was the best character in Mortal Kombat 9. Anyone that disagrees with that is not doesn't understand the game. Because he could literally build, like Fatal Blow meter. Like, within, like, 25 seconds, he already got the shit. Within 10 seconds, without even taking any damage, he already got the shit. The shit is ridiculous. I wish for Third Strike Online Edition. First of all, Third Strike Online Edition should be on PlayStation 5 for me to play. So should Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Even though the game is broken as fuck, I still loved and enjoyed every minute of it. Especially the Tekken characters in Street Fighter Cross Tekken were completely broken. Especially Alyssa, the robot bitch with the pink hair. In my opinion, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that one. Heihachi and Kazuya were fucking broken. Jin was fucking broken. I mean, Xiao Yu was fucking ridiculous. If you saw what Chris G was doing with Xiao Yu was fucking ridiculous. She had like 18 hit crouching hard punch combos and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck did you miss that one? Like I really there's only like I'm really anticipating Tekken 8. Like I really want to get Tekken 8 day one, no doubt about it. But like Tekken Cross Street Fighter really breaks my heart as a fan. Like I really when they said that 10 years ago, I was like, okay, it's coming out soon. But like, goddamn, we didn't hear nothing about that ever since he said, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it. It's coming out for sure. It's coming out for sure. And it's like I hope it's gonna be like the next best thing. So like they consistently make Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Oh my god, Superman me! Oh my god. The hard kick crossover that I just did right there, before they get off the ground, if you do hard kick, spin kick, especially on charge characters, it works very good. Like I said, like a real good Ken player can actually uppercut that or just crouching hard punch and counter you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the best for those kind of characters. Against charge characters, it works amazingly well, though. Like, with the exception of, like, if they have, like, a real good, like, full screen super, like, for example, like, if Q is, like, a character that you should never try that on if he has super filled up.
Into the heat of battle. Go for it.
Oh my god, standing hard punch inside here. When will it end? Oh my god, he put me as a Joker! No, that's fucking stun! Run, Ryu! Oh my god. Oh my god! Run! Run, Ryu! Oh my god, there's one thing you cannot get caught with. You cannot get caught with the choker by fucking Alex character. He puts you in a sleeper hold, and he can literally stun you almost full stun. Oh my god, DDT. Oh my god, he hit! He hit! Oh my god, no, this is embarrassing on stream. See? I told you. Even computer falls for the shit. Oh my god, no! I'm gonna go for it again. He hasn't shown me otherwise. He has not shown me otherwise. Who got that? Who got that though? Who got that? The computer thought they was dope. I was catching them at my own leisure with the cross up fucking spin kick, dog. At my own fucking leisure, dog. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, the God tier Akuma. I have so much fun. I have so much more fun playing against Hugo. If there's one thing I would change about Akuma though, I would make it so that he cannot avoid what was I gonna say? Grabs? I don't know. I believe he can't. It depends on the game. Like if he does teleport, he'll avoid a grab altogether. You know what I'm saying? which I think is like is ridiculous. Like it's not fair that he doesn't have to play the same kind of defense. Like Dawson, I kind of understand he needs this now, but like in Super Turbo, I don't think he needs a teleport. He's just so fucking good in Super Turbo that to give him a teleport is an insult to the entire fighting game community. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt about it that he's like easily one of the best characters in Super Turbo in the right hands. Like I'm talking about a player that really knows how to Yoga Flame anti-air. Dog, he's untouchable in Super Turbo. I don't care what anyone says. He's unfucking touchable. He's one of the only characters that could counter Guile's Sonic Boom by doing I think it's a down medium punch. I believe if you do down, I don't know if it's down, hold down and forward together at the same time and press medium punch, but he clearly beats Guile's, like, which is considered like one of the best zoners in original Street Fighter 2. He wipes his ass with Guile. Dawson wipes his fucking ass with Guile. You know what I'm saying? Crouching medium punch goes under Sonic Boom and counters on reaction. On reaction. Oh, too early. Oh, I got fancy. Always do one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dog, I got so excited. I thought I had that. All right. You're not gonna give me uppers there? You're not gonna give me uppers there? Oh my god, that misses! Kelly Clarkson! Oh my god. Oh, that wins though. Oh my god, no. Oh my god! That's not even right. That's not even right. That would have been, I don't know, did he demon flip? I may have been wrong on that one. Oh my god! Did you get that one? That wasn't even right. Oh my god. Game over. Game over. That's the Ralph Julia from remember M. Bison for Street Fighter? No offense. I'm sure he was an amazing. I haven't seen all his movies, and it's no offense to Ralph Julia as an actor. I mean, as an actor, he did an amazing job. You know, like, but goddamn, like M. Bison's supposed to be the boss and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to talk shit. Like, I don't want to talk shit about him as a personal guy. But like, I feel like M. Bison was like never that intimidating of a character. Like after fighting like 8-foot fucking kickboxer from Thailand, and you know, like crooked boxers and shit that headbutt you and shit and step on your foot. You know, after fighting this like skinny fucking little guy with a little police officer fucking hat and shit. He got a little hat on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't look like, it wasn't so alpha that he looked like real big and strong and like kind of scary. You're like, oh shit, like now I know how he became boss and shit. You know what I mean? But like in the original Street Fighter 2, he was like a little Like, I'm not even making fun of Ralph Julia as an actor, but like he's not the biggest, scariest looking guy. Like now I'm not gonna lie, when he was acting, like I really believed that he was a crazy fucking dude. Like his acting was that good. Like he's probably just a normal guy. But like when he was like, ah, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit. Oh my god. Like I know he's just an actor, but like as a kid you hear him do that and you're like, oh shit. Oh my god, like the like Oh my god. Nah, I never did that. Oh my god. Sweep. Oh my god, see, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I thought I had that. That was a beautiful fucking overhead. Holy shit. That was a beautiful fucking overhead. Holy fuck, the computer's amazing. Give me that. No, I'm not. I love the when you actually counter your opponent and the super is loading. I love the animation of them like kind of frozen in time, and like you just see Ken's face like he just got like hit. He's like looking back and his eyes are closed. I love that, man. I love those counter hit situations, man. Or those Oh, I missed the EX. No way. I missed the whole half. Oh, I didn't get all of it. I missed one hit. Oh, God, I thought I had that. I blocked that! Oh, my God. Oh, I wanted to finish with super. Like, I really hope they do a Marvelverse that arcade 1-up collection that they did. I think that like not only is that a waste of wood, not to talk shit about arcade 1-up, but goddamn, that's a waste of wood and shit in my opinion, because like those games are like old as fuck, and like that whole arcade nostalgia shit is like over and done with. That was the time back then, and like I know I grew up in it, but like dog, you could release that same arcade 1-up collection. You know, I just don't understand how you could release the arcade 1-up collection for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Children of the Atom, and all these like games that I would love to have in a collection. You know, even if it was like I'm not even gonna lie, like honestly, for games that goddamn old that people have bought time and time again already, you know, I honestly don't think it should be more than like 40. But like if it was a collection that had the arcade 1-up collection, like I think that's justifiable that it's like $60. 70, I think Capcom's pushing it at 70. I mean, goddamn, those games are like almost 30 years old at this point, you know? I would love to see that CVS collection though. CVS 1 and 2 in a collection. I think Capcom vs. SNK 3 would be an interesting game to do as well. Hopefully it's done by Capcom. Not to talk shit about SNK. I love SNK. But the reason I'm saying I would love to see Capcom do it is because they actually add a medium punch and a medium kick to the SNK characters. Where normally SNK characters only usually have 4 attack buttons. When they're in a Capcom fighting game, they actually have 6. So it gives them way more opportunity and advantages, you know what I'm saying, in the game. You know, like it gives them like I said before, like that's the one thing that I really don't like about SNK games is that either you're within jab grab range or you're within a hard punch hard kick range, which is pretty obvious. So like SNK fighting games almost become a jab and grab. I know it has a lot to do with spacing, but because of the roll, it's not like Street Fighter where you actually have to jump at the right time. In SNK fighting games, if you just roll at the right time, you're already out of projectile pressure. You know what I'm saying? And once you're out of projectile pressure, you're within hard punch, hard kick range at the very least. You know what I'm saying? Or pretty damn close to it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I just think that's the one thing they lack, and it's like it's a shame because that doesn't make them like, oh, it's like, oh, this is just like Street Fighter. No, it's its own experience. The character design is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I love the character design. I love a lot of the characters in the game, bro. I love the little Freddy Krueger looking dude and shit. Like I love the fat guy with the ball and chain. There's a lot of unique characters and it's pretty good. I love the guy that fights with his belt. There's a white boy that has his hand in his pants. He looks like a businessman. But like how he anti-airs you and how he hits you, he takes his belt off and he whips you with the belt. Like he whips his belt out and slaps you out of the air with it. He slaps you in the face with it. He slaps you in the foot with it. That shit's dope. Like, come on now. You have the character that fights with the dog. That's awesome right there. Like those are unique character designs that have never been in any other fighting game. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully they do listen to me, you know what I'm saying? I have not been streaming like recently for too long. I do love Street Fighter 6. Don't get me wrong. I love Street Fighter 6. I love Street Fighter 6, man. I'm just like I've always been Third Strike for me is like the best. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say Street Fighter 6 is like. Do I agree with everything in the game that like, oh, I love everything in the game? No, I don't. I don't love everything in the game. I don't love Drive Impact. I think, in my opinion, if Drive Impact only had projectile invincibility and maybe like only, for example, like one projectile hit, then I would like with the way the game currently is, because it does have projectile invincibility up to 3 hits, obviously, after the third, depending on the situation as well. Like, if you're low on health and you try to do Drive Impact, even though normally you would be able to absorb, like, 3, I believe the limit is 3 normal attacks or 3 projectiles. If you're low on health, you're no longer able to absorb, depending on the damage. Like, you could get knocked out off of the first hit, where normally you would be able to get hit by 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play Sean for a little bit and I'm done. But like I'm not even gonna try to play Akuma with Sean because Akuma always wipes his ass with me. With Sean is like, a lot of people consider Sean to be the worst character in the game. And I do agree that he is one of the worst characters in the game. He is one of the worst characters in the game, no doubt about it. I believe he might actually be the worst character in the game. I think people are right about that. But I still was able to beat top 10 players with Sean in ranked. So like I'm very happy about that. No, not me, man. Oh my god, I'm so whack. Oh my god. Oh, come on, bro. Oh my god. I'll be alright. Oh, that's not gonna miss. That's gonna miss. Too far. If it was Super R1, then it would have actually connected. Oh, I thought I parried that. Love that. I love the scream he does. It's fucking awesome. So like Capcom, please, for Street Fighter 6, the collector's edition for Street Fighter 6, please release those colors to all the fans that didn't get the collector's edition that still might want to have those unique colors. Like don't be stingy and hold that. You know what I'm saying? That's messed up, bro. Like, cause the colors that come with the game, like I'm not, like obviously Ryu has his original outfit, but I'm not a big fan of like Kimberly's is real whack. I've never seen a nigga bitch ever wear an outfit that ridiculously, like the style choice is like really not authentic to like what a nigga bitch would wear. A nigga bitch would never wear a dress that has like the poofy, like the puffy hip area. You know, like little girls wear that dress that's like has like a puffy, like around the waist. It's like kind of puffy and outward. I don't know what you know what I mean by that. I hate that shit. Oh my god, grab me. Oh my god. That was a good counter though. Oh my god, really? You just gonna fling him like that? Oh, just missed. Oh, beautiful. Yo. Oh man, I love the sound effects when they get knocked out. It's the best part of the whole game. It's the best part of the entire game. No doubt about it. And it upsets me as a fan. I'm not gonna lie that you know, I can't play HD Remix and Third Strike Online Edition, even though I already purchased them digitally on the PlayStation Store, and it won't allow me to access digital content from my PlayStation 3 on my PlayStation 5 without subscribing to PlayStation Premium, which is ridiculous to me. And that also includes Mortal Kombat 9 and Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which were both like offered digitally as well. I think that's like so ridiculous and like that's so insulting to the fans. I don't know who's responsible for that, if it's PlayStation or Capcom. I honestly don't think it is Capcom, but like PlayStation, you got to do something about that. Stop like alienating your fans that are supporting you. Like fighting game fans, for whatever reason, we never get like, you know, the credit that we deserve like as a fan base. Like any other fan base that would have complained about stuff like this, they would have got it a long time ago. If it was Call of Duty players, Fortnite players, they would have listened day one, dog. They would have never had them wait. Dog, you couldn't, not even on PlayStation 4 could you play Third Strike Online Edition or any of that unless you subscribe to PlayStation Premium, which is ridiculous. You got to pay an extra $10 a month. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay $20 a month just to, you know, just to play Third Strike Online Edition, a game that I already bought for $20 in the first place, twice actually, because I bought it on the 360 as well. You know, so I spent $40 where most people spent $20. You know, on Darkstalkers Resurrection, you know, that's also available on PlayStation Premium. I bought that for $20 as well. Can only play that on my PlayStation 3. Like why? Like why are you doing that to the fans, dog? Like I'm supporting you. I'm basically supporting you and giving you my money, and then you want to turn your back on me and like not allow me to enjoy the games that I personally like as a fan. I'm not that good at Call of Duty. I like it. I love the story mode. You know, the story mode for me is quite possibly the best story mode I ever played in my life. Was the original Modern Warfare 1. You know what I'm saying? The first time I played that, I felt like it was like, you know, there was nothing better than that. Like, as soon as I started playing it and beating it and getting into the story, dog, I could not put my controller down. It just kept getting better and better. And Modern Warfare 2 story mode was amazing as well. You know what I'm saying? The main reason I'm getting Modern Warfare 3, I love the maps from Modern Warfare 1 and 2. But the reason I always love Modern Warfare, Call of Duty was for the story mode. I think the story mode is incredible. You know what I'm saying? I think the story mode is incredible. I'm not going to deny that. I understand, bro. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm a huge fan, dog. Like, I love the game. I think it's incredible. If you have not played the story mode, it's incredible. Oh my god, he grabbed me out of the medium. It's a startup of the medium. I love when he does that. Oh! You know, like guys always try to make women feel bad for being a hoe or whatever, but like the way I look at it, if you're hot enough to have guys pay you for sex, then let me tell you something, don't feel bad, because the ones that should feel bad is them. Nah, hell no. Like if I had, no, I'm not gonna lie, if I had money to spend, then I probably would, but like on the income I have, it's not happening. I would never give a bitch any kind of money like that. If I was like a billionaire status, then I probably would be splurging on hoes and shit. I think every guy would. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, he got that. He got that. Oh my god, I'm so whack. I missed the try. That's so countered. I got that though. I got that though. I missed the crouching medium punch. It's just that I'm so used to hit confirming off of the crouching medium, because even though you can combo crouching medium kick into super R2, it's only at close range, and at close range you would never do crouching medium kick. So like it doesn't make sense logically to do a crouching medium kick, because the startup is just so long for a close range attack that you'll probably get countered before the crouching medium kick actually hits. Unless you know for certain that it's going to land type shit, I would never do that. Like if I was close range, I would probably do like close standing hard punch instead, or close standing medium punch instead, which either or is obviously you get way more hits done with standing hard punch than you do with standing medium punch. You know, and that's important because it gives you a bigger window of opportunity to land the combination. And that, like, as if you guys don't know about Japanese fighting games, the window of opportunity, especially in the older fighting games, is like way smaller than like a Mortal Kombat fighting game or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And but the way it is in Street Fighter 6 is incredible. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. The way it is, when I play Street Fighter 6 offline, it feels incredible. I think like I said, there should be 2 different drive rushes. I don't know how difficult that is, but unless you're actually comboing your opponent, I think drive rush should be able to be countered, and it is in a lot of situations, but not all of them. Like, I feel like some of them do get stuffed, and I think that's the wrong. You know, I think what I'm saying is, if a player is doing a drive rush at the incorrect time, they should be countered. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to be countered, but they should be countered for making a mistake, and I believe doing drive rush at the wrong time is a mistake. Like in a real professional fight, if like a player just ran in with his guard down, you know, a real fighter's gonna punch him right in the head and probably knock him the hell out. You know what I'm saying? And it should be no different in Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, it is. You can counter. I've countered it plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here. What I'm saying is, during those situations where, like, let's say for example, you do like, I haven't honestly tested these situations out. I believe you can counter them. Like, what I mean is, like, I'm only talking about I've played these situations online. Like, if you do like hard punch drive rush into like crouching light kick, like, I haven't tested this situation out properly. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know exactly what the outcome is, so I don't want to sit here and say that it can't be countered. I bet you if I was playing offline, I probably can counter all of them. And if I can't, There's certain situations like I was hearing James Chen talk about with Kimberly that is safe on block. I completely disagree with that. What Shine, I think the player is called Shine. I'm not, I'm happy that he won, but I'm disagreeing with certain situations that he was able to get off. I think it just should not be allowed in the game at all. You know what I'm saying? I think you should have to capitalize correctly on offensive momentum, and that's exactly what a fighting game should be. That's the whole logic. The entire logic of the game revolves around it. Otherwise, it defeats the purpose of even making a game. It defeats the purpose of trying to build a fan base and trying to build, a community of people that enjoy your game and like it. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I'm such a fanatic of this game is that ever since I was a little kid, like I became a fanatic of the game. I just loved that you were completely in control, like of your character and able to like completely, like it wasn't like your typical like fighting like Streets of Rage or something like that, or Final Fight, where they would send waves and waves of enemies that progressively got harder, and like it was always the computer trying to beat you, and like some were easy, some were hard. Like in this, like I could play against like an actual player, and like we could see who's better. You know what I'm saying? Like me and him could both pick Ryu, and there's no excuses. Like if his Ryu beats my Ryu, like okay, damn, like you got that. Like you're a better Ryu player than me. I thought I was the best, and you're a better Ryu player than me. Your combinations are way better than mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I respect that as like that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the game. You have to be like, if you want to be the best at anything, you have to put in the time, and you have to be able to, acknowledge like why, not only celebrate when you win, but also basically dissect when you lose and understand, why am I losing? What am I doing wrong here? What can I do to adjust my game plan and make it better for me as a player, so that I have a better chance to win next time, so that the next time I play this guy or this girl, I win. I don't want to lose like to this player. I want to beat every single player I play against online. You know what I'm saying? So like that's my objective. Like, I know there's a lot more money in video games now than ever before. Whether it's free or not, like I'm always going to be a fan, and that's never going to change as long as I live. Like I'm always going to be a fan of Street Fighter. I'm always going to be a fan of Tekken, and I'm always going to be a fan of Mortal Kombat. Like there's other fighting games that I think are amazing. Like for example, Persona 4 Ultimax. I think that was like one of the best new fighting games that came out within the last 15 years or so. I don't think there's enough players that give it the time of day. But like it's quite possibly the only thing that, if I could make one suggestion, I felt like when you bring out the persona, like your assist, like you bring out that like weird demon thing that comes out, like it's like a monster shit that comes out. I wish it wasn't so easy to stop it. Like once you bring it out, like I'm not saying that like let's say close range, like I do a jump kick or something, and like I try to go for a grab, and they bring Persona out, and like Persona beats me. Like that would be ridiculous. Like then everyone would just wait for you to do something and then just bring Persona out and counter you. What I'm saying is like when they're finally out, I feel like you could just jab them out of the like Sento and shit. Like you just jab him and he's fucking out of the way, and like okay, now I'm back to being the worst character in the whole fucking game again. Like without Sento, like what's his name? Kenshi. Kenshi is like for me the worst character in the whole game. Without Sento, he's the worst character in the game. With Sento, I think he's one of the best at pressuring like basically in the entire game. But like good luck like getting a situation again in the highest level to actually bring Sento out in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like in my opinion, Kenshi only has one block string that is actually worth using, and in the highest level, if you use it too much, it loses its effectiveness. Like it's like because it's like all his other block strings are like you basically block all of them high. And it's like a little unfair. I think like they should do an update for Kenshi where he has a couple more low strings added into the mix. Like he literally only has one low string, and that correct me if I'm wrong. I've only been playing Kenshi like not too long, but like I think it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And the one assist that actually did work for like Kenshi and all the other like characters that pop the opponent in the air, which is basically everyone in the game, was Cyrax or like Jax, which air grabs you. But like instead of making the Cyrax propeller head better, it still misses. And it wastes now, instead of half a meter, it wastes 2 meters. So like I don't understand. How is that like why are you gonna nerf something that already is bad? You know what I'm saying? So like it's just and another reason why I'm not playing Mortal Kombat 1 as much as I really want to is because I can't set my controls the way I really want to. I can't set a block button to be... I would love to set my block button at RT and also my amplified button as RT as well. That way, because it was the way I was playing in Mortal Kombat 11. And as you can see... how I was playing in Mortal Kombat 11, I was literally dominating every player almost basically every player that I was playing against. There was like literally only one Sub-Zero player that I honestly thought was good. You know what I'm saying? And one Nightwolf player that I honestly thought was good. It probably was Rio. I mean, I'm not going to deny it at all because, I think he's the best Mortal Kombat player of all time. There's no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? There's no doubt about it. Like, if anyone's going to sit here and tell me otherwise, I'm not going to agree with them. But, like, I honestly think Rio's the best of all time. When it comes to Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter's a whole nother story. Like, Street Fighter, I don't think so. I'm not saying he can't be one of the best Street Fighter players. I think, like, if he started playing Street Fighter now, he got a long way to go still. Like, Street Fighter is not Mortal Kombat or Tekken where... you have a big window of opportunity to land these combinations. Street Fighter is more like you have a real small window of opportunity, and if you don't capitalize right away, you're going to miss that window of opportunity. And it's more a reaction game. Like, when you think Street Fighter, think the reaction time is more like Family Feud, where, like, it's like they ask you a question, and the first person to hit the buzzer at that time is, like, the one that's going to be able to act first. And, like, that's how basically Mortal Kombat and Tekken are as well. But in Street Fighter, it's more like, I consider it more like a spacing game, but it's more reaction-based. See, like, right there, he's dominating me because I'm trying to counter him in a situation where he has, basically, it's his turn to act at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I tried to parry the dive kick and I missed, and he countered me with dive kick. So, if you guys don't know the game that well, when I get countered with that dive kick, as much as I want to counter him with the next move, like, let's say I try to do super. The only way I would be able to counter him is if he tried to commit to something like a command grab. Like, if he tried to command grab me after the hit, I believe super will beat the command grab, but he can also block the super as well. So it's a real sticky situation where, as a high-level player, I honestly wouldn't even commit to doing a super because, for one, I'm not going to say I'm going to guess in a situation, but I can be wrong and I could lose my meter and I'm going to take damage. So it's a real bad situation to try to not predict, but like, if I don't go for super there and he command grabs me, he can beat me. If I try to go uppercut in that situation, he's going to beat me with command grab. If I do anything, if I do crouching light kick, he's going to beat me with command grab. Now, can he keep the pressure going? Like, let's say, he's going to do command grab. Oh, I could jump out of the way. you're not going to be able to, because if he does standing jab or crouching jab or crouching light kick, it's going to beat you before you're able to jump out of the situation. So the question, like a lot of players goes, oh, well, what the hell do I do in this situation then? You have to wait for him to do a command grab and then escape or counter. Well, in the situation, if dive kick does hit, you're going to have to escape, because if you try to counter, the command grab is going to counter you before you're able to counter him. Like, don't take everything I'm saying as like, oh, this is gospel and this is the 10 commandments of Street Fighter. This game is very situational, just like every other fighting game is situational. You know what I'm saying? So basically, if the dive kick does hit, and let's say he tries to go, he's not going to be able to, I believe he can actually combo it, but it's an extremely difficult combo. After dive kick, depending on the spacing of the dive kick, if he hits real low, like towards the legs, and he counters you, he can combo into super off of that. So like that would be considered an overhead into super. You know, like he could do crouching light kick into level 1, I believe, and not the one that does the rolling. I think he can't combo that off a crouching light kick, if I'm not mistaken. So basically what I'm saying is, like, unless he lands the combination in that situation, he does put me in a throw situation. Now, he could go for command grab, which I can't escape because that's not a true block situation. That's not... What I'm saying is, if I try to counter him, he is going to counter me before I could counter him. So if he does go for command grab, he is going to win in that situation. Are there, like, if you're lightning fast, like I said, don't take it as gospel. Like, if I do super, it is going to beat the command grab, because the command grab does have a pretty long startup. But if I can't escape it, I can counter him. So a lot of Yoon Young players don't even go for that. They just go for regular grab situations because they're way safer and way let's say I neutral jump and I try to counter him for doing a regular grab. I believe in Third Strike he will be able to block. In Street Fighter 6 he will not be able to block. You know what I'm saying? So like it also depends on the game. Like I said, it's real situational. But like if it hits low, I know people are like, oh man, he plays way too. I've always been a fan ever since I was a little kid, so I could care less what you say about it or feel about it. Like I'm always gonna be a fan. I'm gonna be like a 70-year-old Street Fighter player trying to win in tournaments, trying to make money and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like if the dive kick hits low on whether the dive kick hits low or not, he's gonna be safe on block. You know what I'm saying? I can parry it and counter him, but if I miss and on block, whether it hits or not, he's going to be safe. He's going to be safe after dive kick. So is Akuma. Those are the only characters in this game that have dive kick. Dive kick, if it does hit on block, is going to be safe afterwards. So if you try to do Dragon Punch with Ryu or anything like that, unless you hit him before he catches you on block. You know, if you block it, he's going to be able to block your next attempt at a counter. Like, you can counter him before he blocks you, before you block him. You know what I'm saying? But if you miss that opportunity there, you're not going to be able to counter him, and it's going to put you in a throw situation at the very least. So what I'm saying is, like, is the command grab guaranteed? It's like I said, it's real situational. If depending on what he hits you with, he can put you in a command grab situation. It's not going to be set in stone. You can escape it. But if he puts you in a regular grab situation and you try to escape it, he can counter you for trying to escape a regular throw situation. So I guess basically what I'm saying is the only situation that you want to escape out of are the command grab situations. But in my personal opinion, I think they should change it so that players have to combo the command grab the way it was in Mortal Kombat 11. Almost every player in Mortal Kombat 11 had to combo the command grab. In my opinion, that's the way a fighting game should be designed. They should develop it that way. It makes more sense that way. A Zangief player, make the command grab easier to do, even if it's quarter circle back. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind getting caught by that. I would reduce the damage. Maybe like the EX damage and the regular damage, I would reduce that. You know what I'm saying? I would make it way less damage. I think it's a little bit ridiculous how much damage his level 3 and his regular command grabs do. I think it's really unfair to the rest of the fighting game community to have characters like Lily and Zangief and Manat like grab you 3 times and win a round, or Zangief's case, grab you twice and win a round, or 3 times and win a round. You know, I think it's real unfair to players that really put in so much time and so much effort to try to win and be the best. You know what I'm saying? For them to just kind of grab you out of situations that like are not even like combo situations or anything like that. So in my opinion, if I were to fix one thing in Street Fighter, I think that would be it. Like, I'm not saying you can't command grab. I'm saying that they should have to combo the command grab. Like, even Yoon and Yang. Like, you see me play Yang all the time. I don't play Yoon. I'm not good enough to do Yoon combos consistently, not even offline. You know, it's pretty damn hard. Can I do them? Yeah, but consistently, it's not the easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? With Yang, I have way more fun with Yang anyway. See, like right there, you saw what happened right there? He caught me with the jumping attack. What happened? He countered me, and you know, I was talking so much shit. I tried to go for, after you get hit, you're going to get put either in a combo state or you're going to get countered again. And if there's one thing that you don't want to do, especially in Tekken, is get counter hit. If you get counter hit in a fighting game, you're going to take more damage than regular damage. Like if he catches me with a medium punch and I just got hit without pressing a button, it's going to do less damage than if I press a button and then he catches me with medium punch. Like if I try to do a crouching jab and he hits me with his medium punch or anything else, if I try to do standing hard punch or anything like that, and he hits me with his medium punch or anything else, crouching jab, standing jab, it's going to do more damage because it's considered a counter hit. So like that, there's one thing that you really don't want to do is get counter hit. You're better off not getting hit at all, but if it's between getting counter hit or just hit, you're better off not pressing a button at all, because if you commit to doing an attack, the problem is it's not an easy, fighting games have never been easy at the highest level. So you usually get split-second decisions to decide, is he going to grab, attack, or block? And these lightning-fast decisions are happening throughout the course of 99 seconds. So, like, you're seeing these situations over and over again at the highest level, and even the highest level players are getting caught by this because especially the older Japanese and older Mortal Kombats are lightning fast. Like, Mortal Kombat Trilogy is lightning fast. Super Turbo is lightning fast. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you think you're good enough to not get caught by these situations, you're lying to yourself, because you get a split second to decide whether it's time to act or time to block. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not easy, especially in the older games. Street Fighter 6 is way easy. I'm gonna pretty much end the stream real soon. See right there? I missed the grab. I tried to uppercut his lunge punch. That would have worked with Ken. You know, as a Ken and Ryu player, like, I'm so used to just doing these situations.
Are you ready? Go.
Oh my god, I did forward hard punch instead of just regular hard punch. Oh my god, so whack. I love it. I don't care. Oh my god. Game. Oh, that was a beautiful, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, the AI is so fucking god tier. I tried to parry that. I fucked up. Dude, I am going to lose this round. I am going to lose this round for sure. Oh my god, he's gonna get. Is he? No, I don't know, dude. Do you see that fucking far standing hard punch? Anti-air? Fucking twist kick your ass. I don't even know what the hell that's called. Spinning roundhouse? You're not gonna give me that? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! I love that. I love that the universal overhead goes over low attacks. Because low attacks is typically what you're gonna get your combo starter from. So like a lot of high level players like to do low attacks to try to get like confirmation into super. So like that universal overhead is like, I thought that was the perfect piece to the puzzle that Street Fighter always needed. As much as players go, oh, that's all players are gonna do. Dog, if you're losing to only universal overhead, you deserve to fucking lose, and you deserve to stop fucking playing. Just stop playing fighting games altogether, dog. Because I've never played against a player that only beat me using universal overhead. I mean, he would have to land like 72 of them to fucking beat you in a round. The only thing I would add is a little bit more hit stun. It is possible with a lot of the characters in this game to land super afterwards, but I wish you could do a little bit more. I wish you could do like uppercut. I wish you could do spin kick. I wish you could do EX spin kick. I wish you could do like, you know, I wish universal overhead just crush countered the opponent. That way I could do like close standing hard punch with Ryu into EX sidestep kick, wall bounce them, and go for a reset or go for, which Ryu drastically needs in new Street Fighter, because you know that would make him the complete total package, which he really is not. And that fake fireball from HD Remix, which was originally introduced in Alpha series, I believe it was Alpha 3. I don't know if it was in the other ones because I never really played the other ones that much. I did play them, but I thought Alpha 3 was the best. You know what I'm saying? If anyone needs a fake fireball, it's Ryu, for sure. Please don't give a fake fireball to Akuma, though. I beg of you, don't ever give Akuma a fake fireball, because that will be the day that I probably never win another match against a Akuma player. And I take pride against beating Akuma players, man. I can't stand Akuma players. I take a lot of pride in beating Zangief and Akuma players. So if you ever have a real good Zangief player or Akuma player that's beating everyone in a tournament, please put me up against him. Because I really take pride in beating those guys. Oh my god. That was so stupid. I don't know why I did that. And another thing, I know a lot of other players have said it on their stream and stuff, but there's certain situations where you're better off not doing anything at all. There are situations where you have to do something. Like if they put you in a grab setup, you have to do something. You have to throw break. If you get put in a throw setup, don't try to counter, don't try to jump away, throw break. You have to practice that. If you don't throw break, you're going to get thrown, and you're going to get put in quite possibly the very same situation all over again. You know what I'm saying? There's situations like that in Street Fighter and every other fighting game, that those situations do exist, and you have to know them. You have to understand what the difference is between a situation where it's better that I just do nothing at all. Like, did you see what happened in that situation? What did he do? He did I think he did forward medium kick, which is his unique overhead. And what does that do? On block, what does that do? That puts me in a throw situation. Basically, it basically does. Like, he's going to recover, he's going to be at 0, I'm going to be at 0, but we're basically almost at throw range. So what did I do in that situation? I stepped away a little bit, but I'm also anticipating that if he catches me with a low attack, he could super me right there. So as you're moving away, you have to anticipate that low attack is going to come. But the thing is, the high level players, they know that you're anticipating that low. So what they'll do is they'll throw that overhead out there, because even though you're already high blocking, right? You know what I'm saying? Even though you're already blocking high, what you're afraid of the most is the low attack, because you don't have to worry about a high attack while you're walking away, or walking forward you do, walking back you don't. You know what I'm saying? Because you're already going to block it. But the thing is, as a high-level player, you already know that low attack is the most fearful move, especially in Street Fighter, because not necessarily in Third Strike they fixed it. In Third Strike, you were able to combo the overhead. In Street Fighter previous to that, you were not really worried about it. Even in Street Fighter 4, they took it away for most characters in the game. One of the few characters in the game that could combo the overhead into Ultra was Cammy. Which is why in the original Street Fighter 4, she was like easily one of the best characters in the game. If it weren't for Seth, you know, I would say easily the best character in the game. You know, it's just that I felt like Cammy's overhead was way harder to deal with than Seth's overhead. You see Seth's dive kick coming from, I sounded like Daffy Duck, you know what I mean? But Seth's dive kick, you see it coming from a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Cammy's overhead was instant overhead, basically. And I don't even think it actually hit as an overhead. I might be wrong about that. It would have been too good to hit as an overhead. But if she did land one EX instant overhead, she could basically, after that, I believe she could do Raw Ultra right after that. And, like, easily guarantee 40% of your health bar. If it's a max ultra, like a full ultra one, easily take away almost half your health bar in one correct situation. You know what I'm saying? So like, and like, I don't know. I always thought she was an amazing character. I don't agree with Chen in Super Turbo either, that she's like the worst character in the game. I completely disagree with that, because the best characters in Super Turbo are the best because of zoning, as you can see with Sagat, as you can see with Guile, with the exception of Dhalsim, as you can see with Ryu and Ken, with the exception of obviously there being like a Balrog or a E Honda that could completely super through the projectile and counter you even full screen. But at the highest level, guess what? At the highest level, I already know you're trying to counter me full screen or mid screen or wherever for throwing a projectile. So guess what? I'm not doing it anymore. So like, is it really as effective? But the best part about that is it might not be something that you could counter with. But guess what it does? It stops them from throwing fireballs. So guess what that does for you as an E Honda player, or what other character did I say before? Or a DJ player and stuff like that. Especially E Honda, because he doesn't have a projectile. What does that do for you as a player? Now guess what? Now you could approach your opponent. Now they're worried about throwing fireballs. Obviously, if you start walking forward, you're gonna lose charge. Chun-Li is the exception to that. You know, that's why she's considered like quite possibly the best charge character in Super Turbo, because she can actually walk forward and still have super, which I think they should remove from the game entirely. In HD Remix Ultra Street Fighter 2, they should remove that entirely because it's completely broken. It's completely unfair to the rest of the cast in the game. And in fact, E Honda being able to store his command grab and just press a button to activate his command grab, which I do all the time, even against the AI, is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's too good. They should remove the stored Ochio throw. It's too good in Super Turbo. It should be removed from HD Remix. It should be removed from Ultra Street Fighter 2. It's completely unacceptable that it's even in the game. Because of that alone is the reason why E Honda is considered, in my opinion, the best character in the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what anyone says. A good E Honda player will wipe his ass with any fucking character you decide to pick, dog. That's a fucking fact. There are a few hard matchups that he has, but once he gets on the inside, if he gets one correct jumping attack that you block, guess what? You're getting put in an Ochio throw setup situation. Obviously, as a high-level player, you already know that he's obviously going to go for Ochio throw or jab situation. In my personal opinion, you're better off getting hit on purpose just in case he does go for Ochio throw. That way you cannot get, because E Honda doesn't really have good combos up close. Like, what does he have? Like, close standing medium kick that hits twice, close standing hard kick that hits twice. It's not really close, but you know what I mean by that. 100-hand slap cannot be comboed into. I don't even think he could combo his headbutt as far as I'm concerned, which he should be able to. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I'm saying is, like, you're almost better off getting hit and avoiding it altogether than getting Ochio throw, because Ochio throw is going to take, like, 25% of your health. You know what I'm saying? And after you get put in that, like, he's basically almost in range to do it again. Maybe not right there, but you know what I'm saying? Like that makes him, like, easily the best character in the game. I don't care what anyone says. Because the reason I say that is because he doesn't have to do Ochio throw. But if you stay within range, Ochio throw is going to beat basically every normal that you do in the game. Because now he only has to press one button to activate command grab. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you don't know what I mean by stored Ochio throw, that means when you could be blocking or otherwise, like, what I like to do as an E Honda player, if I see they're doing, like, a jump kick or any jumping attack, I'll do the command grab motion before they actually hit me. So when I'm blocking, I'm already blocking with stored Ochio throw. So if they try to do any other attack after that, I could Ochio throw them out of it. Obviously, there's a few exceptions to that rule. Like, if he does Ryu's super, you know what I'm saying? The Ryu super is going to eat through my Ochio throw, and I'm going to eat 30-40% of that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there are exceptions and counters to this specific situation. That's why, personally, as a Ryu player and main in Super Turbo, I like to save the super just for E Honda players, like the command grab situation. Because command grab situation, super is going to beat the command grab Ochio throw, stored Ochio throw. You know what I'm saying? So there's, like, a lot of levels to, like, he's going to do Ochio throw. There's nothing I could do. There is. There are things that you can do. You know what I'm saying? You could anti-air him before he ever puts you in the situation altogether, which is not that difficult to do, especially at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's not like, oh my God, he has stored Ochio throw, he's gonna win every round now. Against players that are unaware of this situation altogether, he's not losing. He's not losing. You know what I'm saying? These are situations that you have to be aware of in these games, because if you don't know about these situations, you're going to lose and you're not going to understand how the hell is this player always grabbing me? That's the reason why. How is Chun-Li walking forward and now suddenly she's doing a super? If you don't know that she could store it, then you're missing out on a whole level of the game plan. Because what you have to understand is, she can store the super, but guess what? She loses all her blocking. So even though she can counter you, for doing basically what I'm saying is this: if you are going to try to counter Chun-Li, if you believe she does have stored super, which is pretty hard to do even at the highest level, if you do believe she has that, you can like crouching light kick, crouching jab. Honestly, I don't even recommend doing any of that. You know what I'm saying? If you try crouching sweep or crouching medium kick, you're gonna get countered and you're gonna eat a full super into anti-air, and it's gonna do a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? So like you really have to understand these situations. It's a lot. Like I know a lot of people don't play the older games. I still personally think the older games are amazing. I don't agree with all the decisions they made, but it's still a lot of fun. And like, you know, there are cheap things that I wish they would remove from the game altogether. But obviously, I don't develop the game. I don't design the game. I can only just be a fan and critique what I like or don't like. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, what am I doing? The reason why I did that right there, I believe if I do that correctly, that's a red parry, not a blue parry. In Third Strike, there's two different kinds of parries. There's one that you could do, normally, and one that you could do in between blocking. Like let's say for example, like I try to do a target combo on a blocking opponent. Like for example, or like if I do triangle hard kick is Sean's target combo. He has another one, close standing hard punch into forward hard punch, which is his overhead. At any time, if you're good enough, you can do a red parry. You don't have to block that whole entire situation. But in my honest opinion, I don't recommend you do that as a player, because if you're wrong, you're going to take damage. And if you're wrong against a combination that can lead into super, you're going to take a lot of damage. And it's not, in my opinion, it's high risk, high reward, and it's not honestly worth it. Can it be learned? Can it be practiced and learned? Yeah. But honestly, if you want to win at the highest level, I honestly don't even recommend that. Because the reason I say that is because I could do like close standing hard punch. I mean, I could do Ken's like close standing medium punch, and then you're like anticipating the hard punch after it, and you know I could grab you like, or you know like you know what I'm saying, like. I don't necessarily have to commit to doing the entire target combo. I could just stop at close standing medium punch, and if I'm not mistaken, that's safe on block as well. So what that means when you know, obviously it is what it sounds like, but the next situation is up for grabs basically. You know what I'm saying? Like close standing medium punch, it actually puts me, I believe, at frame advantage, but like it's not like, oh, I could just do whatever the hell I want. Like we're both, the way I look at it, I don't look at like frame data and numbers and stuff like that. I just go from experience. But the next situation is basically up for grabs. Like the next player that correctly makes their move is going to win that situation, basically. Like, but you're in a grab situation. So like I put you in a grab situation, so now you have to escape my throw setup. Like, that's what a lot of players are not understanding in Street Fighter, is that when I put you in that specific situation, if you try to counter me or jump away, I could counter you. If you try to counter me, I could counter you for trying to counter me. But if you just throw break, which is what you're supposed to do, you'll escape the situation entirely. Now we'll both be in neutral situation, and we will be out of throw range, but we'll still be basically within striking range. So, like, that's the proper way to escape the situation. You know what I'm saying? From what I've noticed as an experienced player. Like, a lot of players panic in that situation, and all you really have to do is throw escape. Throw break. I'm sorry, not throw escape. Throw break. I guess you could call it a throw escape. I think I'm saying it wrong. Throw escape, I call it throw break, but throw break, I believe, is when in the older games when they throw you and you break from taking all the damage by just, I did like back or forward. You have to choose the same throw that they did. Like if they do hard kick throw, then you'd have to do hard kick break. in the air, and instead of taking all the damage, you take less damage. Like in a game like Alpha, you could do it. In a game like Super Turbo, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's also going to reduce the amount of time that you're on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not even gonna allow you to hit the ground like how you normally. You're just gonna land on your feet. So it's gonna put you out of getting put in those real difficult situations to get out of, like the throw situation with Ochio throw, like E Honda that I said. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've been streaming for a while. I don't want to be too greedy with the bandwidth. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna continue playing because I'm just a huge fan. But I really do gotta take a piss, so like I'm gonna end the stream right there. And I hope you enjoyed it, man. I hope you guys, like, cause I don't think Street Fighter, like a lot of people like think, oh, there's no logic to it. Of course there's a logic to it. There really is a logic to it. If you come from a game like Mortal Kombat or Tekken, the logic is a little bit different. In Tekken and Mortal Kombat, you're trying to capitalize on combo strings that each character has unique to them. You know what I'm saying? In Street Fighter, you're trying to capitalize on striking. Do they have combos like Mortal Kombat? Yeah. You know, not every character has it. Usually the newer characters in the game like Kimberly and Luke have it, where they can do jab, medium punch, hard kick, or something like that. Jab, medium punch, hard punch, which you could combo like into super and stuff like that. Like Kimberly has like a couple different ones. She has like probably the most out of all the characters in the game, like jab, medium punch, down hard punch, forward hard kick, or down back hard kick, stuff like that. Weird target combinations. But like in the older games, like a lot of the characters, like for example, like you're just trying to capitalize on trying. You're doing your best, obviously because of parry. You don't want to really be too predictable, obviously, at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to just try to win doing crouching medium kick fireball with Ryu, because at the highest level, a player's going to parry both of those attacks and then counter you. But if you mix it up, like let's say, for example, crouching medium kick, and then I don't do fireball at all, the opponent's going to be able to... I'm going to keep my opponent on my toes, on their toes, because they're either questioning whether you're going to do crouching medium kick into, there's a lot of things I could do after it. You know what I'm saying? I might not even do it at all. You start parrying, I could dash forward and grab you. You know what I'm saying? There's like, there is a logic to it. Like, there is a counter to every specific, move that they're committing themselves to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just, oh, let me try to get lucky and get a strike. Like, if you notice, the highest level players are trying to get you to strike and miss, or trying to, parry or drive impact you in situations like, if you do, like, for example, like with Ryu, I'll do crouching medium kick fireball, but guess what? If they see that I'm committing to that, and they're doing it before I start committing fully committing to the crouching medium kick fireball, they can drive impact me. But guess what? Like, I can do crouching medium kick into EX uppercut. And that's going to beat your drive impact. I could do crouching medium kick into EX fireball. That's going to beat your drive impact. Depending on the situation, obviously, if they do it a little bit later. If they do it a little bit earlier, it's going to beat me. If they do it a little bit later, I'm going to beat them. And that's what Street Fighter has always been. Like, it's always been like a fighting game that's based off of like all the rest, but like it's always been more on, especially in the earlier designs of like Street Fighter 2, to commit to doing a special move like that, you're giving up something. Like E Honda, to do his, I know obviously a lot of players do the crouch blocking, so that they could do up kick and sonic boom, like let's say for Guile. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So that does, but guess what? You're also giving up overhead in that situation. You know what I'm saying? To commit to crouch blocking so you have more options available, which is the right thing to do, guess what? You're giving up overhead. You know what I'm saying? So, like, no matter what you think, oh, my God, you're the best player in the world, there always is an opportunity to get offense going. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes fighting games so fun at the highest level, is that all these players are trying to capitalize on these situations. You know what I'm saying? And, like, obviously when I play online, it's way harder to deal with these situations because you're not getting all the information displayed to you. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to give the impression like I'm just a sore loser and I talk a lot of shit, you know, because I want to win. But, like, when you play these games offline, especially with people that you know in real life, like your friends or your family, these games are a lot of fucking fun, man. It's a lot of fun. Especially when you play against your friends. Like, it becomes real competitive and real fun, and like you're just doing the cheapest stuff to win. Like, and you know as a player, you're like, oh, you're throwing, you're being cheap, and it's like, dog, don't get caught by it then. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get caught by that. Get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of the game for a reason, because without it, the game would be very stale, and it would not have, you know, opportunity that is there because of it. You get scared of the throw. You go, oh, I'll just take the throw. But after getting thrown 3 or 4 times, you go, God damn, I'm at 60% health. So, like, maybe I should not just take the throw. Maybe I should throw escape and throw break. I don't know which one I'm saying correctly. When you correctly throw at the same time they're trying to throw you, and you both get pushed away from each other. I don't know if that's called, I call that throw break. But I don't believe it's actually called throw break. I think it's actually called throw escape. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there is a method to go about how playing the game, and you know, if you do want to put the effort, you know, as you can see, new players like Sonic Fox are winning basically every time they go to a tournament. And he's new on the scene. He started way after Rio. He started way after Justin Wong. And look, he's winning every single time he goes to a tournament. So that shows that he has the talent and he knows what he's doing, dog. Like, I'm not going to deny that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's a lot of talented players out there. And, you know, I wish them the best, but I also want to win too. You know what I'm saying? And, like, there is a way to go about it, and there is a way to look at it. And if you put the effort and the energy, you can be the next Sonic Fox and Justin Wong and Rio, you know what I'm saying? That's just dominating. You know what I'm saying? It's not, fighting games are not that complex and that complicated. Some are a little harder than others. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to put the time and the energy, you can become the best player in the world, and you can make thousands upon thousands of dollars and make a, you know, God bless America, you could actually make a living off of playing video games now. You know what I'm saying? That, like, it does not get better than that. And everyone that complains about it, obviously, like, if they had that opportunity to do it, they would do it as well and make that money and make that big money. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like, you know, obviously, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to rain, but, like, you know, sometimes, like, it's best for everything else. Well, then you got to do it, even if that means video game. Oh, well, it was fun while it lasted. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like just put in the time and the energy and really understand the logic of what's going on. Like, don't just go, oh, they're being cheap and I can't get it out of the throw. Oh, you know, they're doing this and like, I'm saying what I'm saying because I have a legitimate reason. Like, when E Honda, I do feel like they did tweak the block stun of E Honda, and it is way easier to counter. I feel like when I play E Honda offline against the CPU, it's so much easier to counter and combo shit that he does. Like, I'm like basically like no problem with E Honda, no problem with Blanca. Even though I honestly think between Blanca and E Honda, I honestly think Blanca is the better choice because he gets a better mix-up game with his command dash that crosses over to the other side. It does not have any invincibility to it, so you're only going to want to do it in situations where, like, let's say, for example, I did crouching medium kick, and my opponent gets hit. I could command dash in that situation, and if they try to uppercut me or super, I'll block. But guess what it does? It puts him in a throw situation, and it also puts him in a counter situation. So what you're realistically going to want to do is try to get that throw situation and escape it. You know what I'm saying? And get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you try to jump away, I can anti-air you. If you try to counter me, I could counter you for countering me. You know, these are high-level tactics that are being used by Street Fighter players. The best players are doing it. Do not believe for 1 second that the best players are not doing this all the freaking time, dog. That's all they're doing over and over again. They're doing it in Mortal Kombat, they're doing it in Street Fighter, and they're doing it in Tekken. And if you think you're going to avoid these situations, and really, I'm telling you right now, it's never going to change. That's part of what makes fighting games so fun and so amazing. I really look forward to Tekken 8. I'm going to buy it day one. Hopefully the collector's edition has some amazing stuff that comes with it, a movie or something, hopefully, that comes with the game. It always comes with a movie, obviously. They always put a movie in the game, which I love. And the movies keep getting better and better, by the way. The Tekken intro in Tekken 7 was so good, I started crying on the shit. You know, it was like I'm like, damn, they do such an amazing job. Like, I forget that it's just a game and it's not even real. Like, it's that good. I'm crying for Heihachi and shit, like, oh god, no. But I'm crying for Kazuya. Let him go. He's not that bad. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an amazing game. It's an amazing game. I highly recommend it. I hope they put Roger in the game, for Christ's sake. I'm always going to be a Law player, no doubt about it. That's always gonna be my main character. He always was my main character ever since I was younger. You know, I always loved the character. Now I see a lot of players are starting to use him more on streams and stuff. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I still think I'm the best out of all the Law players. No doubt about it. I think I was the first martial law player to ever beat any high-level players in any other that played Kazuya, Jin, Heihachi, and all that. I'm not saying I haven't lost. I'm saying that out of all the law players, martial law players, Bruce Lee, I like to call him Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm honestly the best, even though I'm the worst at doing the Dragon Stance cancels. I wish I would love for it to be way easier to do. I wish it was way easier to do, man. I wish it was like quarter circle forward or something. Like, I wish it had additional options for me as a Street Fighter player to like capitalize on those real high damaging Bruce Lee martial law combos, you know? Like, without Dragon Stance, can I do it? Yeah, but is it extremely difficult to do? Especially the sensitivity on directional pad, I do not feel is as easy as it is on analog stick or joystick. You're going to have obviously way better possibilities with Dragon Stance cancels, which is almost necessary to win at the highest level, with the exception of me, because I'm so brilliant. But, you know, I wish it was easier to do. That way I would be able to do it. What I mean is, I wish maybe, like, you know, it was like, I don't know what else to say, but like, it's way too hard to do. I wish it was just back forward. I wish it wasn't double back forward. Like, that's pretty damn hard to do. Double back forward is pretty hard to do. When I try to do it on analog stick, I have way better results. I never tried it on a joystick. I'm sure I would have the same results on that as well. But when I try to do it on D-pad, it's very inconsistent. I know how to do it. Can I get it to come out? Yes. Can I do it consistently to do those real, like, long, high damaging, high level combos with Bruce Lee? Absolutely not. But am I still able to win at the highest levels? Yeah. I don't know how I'm able to do it. I'm just that brilliant, because some of the other players out there hit me with one combo and it takes away like 50, 60% of my health. And I'm like holding in my tears. I'm holding in my tears as it happens. And I'm trying not to cry on stream, but it like breaks my heart, you know? Like considering I like almost won the round, and then he like lands one combo on me into Rage Art, and then suddenly I lost the round. and I'm like holding in my tears on stream. You know what I mean? So like, I really wish they would fix that for me. I would really appreciate that. You know, I know Tekken 8 is going to be amazing. I don't like that they added nunchucks to martial law, but hopefully because they did add weapons to martial law, I don't care. I hope they add it to. I hope they add him into Soul Calibur. That way, I already have a character that I really know and mastered. Even though they already have. What is that guy's name with the nunchucks? I used to use him. I used to be cheap with the little low knee taps with the double knee tap. I forget his name, but I used to use that dude with the corny ass haircut and shit. He had the Superman haircut and shit. Yeah, I would like to see more characters like Tekken, more Tekken characters make a guest appearance in Soul Calibur. I understand why there is a block button in Soul Calibur. It's because some characters have so much range that if there was not a block button, you know, they would basically, you would never be able to touch these characters. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see more guest characters, man. I would love to see more guest characters, like especially from Street Fighter and Soul Calibur, man. That would be awesome, man. Eagle, Rolenso. You know, these are things I've said time and time again, but I really mean it, man. I love Rolenso as a character. I would love to see him in Soul Calibur. I would use Rolenso in Soul Calibur, no doubt about it. In ranked match, please take away the ring out. That's when an opponent juggles you and knocks you off the stage. And let's say even if you have 75% health, if they knock you out of the ring, you lose the fucking round, dog. And there's players good enough to do that. And I'm sitting there like, I'm literally like almost at the point where I'm going to smash the shit in half. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense in ranked matches or tournament play to even have it. That's why I see some of these tournament players, they play on the Tekken 7 stage that the floor can break up to 2 times. Why are you fucking playing on that stage? You quite possibly may have won a tournament match that you lost because you gave him additional combo damage potential. Where if you just played on the infinite stage in a ranked match or a tournament match in Tekken, that potential is no longer there. That additional damage is not available. So in my opinion, only ranked and tournament matches should only be allowed on these stages. Maybe I understand for ranked, I can understand that it's like, oh, okay, you know, for a ranked match, you know, their players should be able to, you know, play on. I personally prefer the infinite stage. Please never take that out of Tekken. That's the best stage in the entire game. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that's basically about it, man. You know, I'm a huge fan. I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of your games. I'm going to keep supporting it no matter what. I have a lot of fun playing your games. You know, as you can see, I play Street Fighter quite possibly the most because it's always been the number one game that I play. Believe me, I have been playing Tekken and Mortal Kombat as well ever since I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And I always thought I was amazing back then. You know what I'm saying? And so I obviously played people that were better, like when I was a little kid, and they would wipe their ass with me. But, you know, as I got older, I got better and I got wiser and I understood the knowledge and the logic to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's going to happen to every player. Like, don't be discouraged because you're losing. You know, we all started at some point. You know, I probably may have lost way less than other players because I always just had that will to win and that determination. You know what I'm saying? And obviously in the earlier games, I was using, you know, some of the better characters. I'm not going to deny that. Ryu and Ken have always been in the earlier games some of the best characters in the game because they could basically kind of avoid playing neutral, you know, neutral game. And that's just what people mean by neutral is when you're not holding up or anything like that. Is like basically the ground game. Like when you're within striking range of your opponent is what they consider the neutral game. Like it's like no opponent necessarily has an advantage, but they do have the possibility to counter you, combo you, things like that. Like, if I see he's walking away and I strike him low, I could combo him with a super. I could combo him with a spin kick. If I'm playing Mortal Kombat, same logic. That's the best part. The only thing is, in Mortal Kombat, the overheads are way better in Mortal Kombat than they are in Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? In Tekken, the overheads and the lows are pretty damn equal, just like Mortal Kombat is equal. You know what I'm saying? For me, Mortal Kombat 11 will always be the best Mortal Kombat of all time. All you fans that were complaining about it, you see what you did. You see what you did. They listened to you guys, and the game, in my opinion, got way worse than it was in Mortal Kombat 11. The logic in Mortal Kombat 11 was damn near perfect, with the exception of a few characters that were able to command grab without actually having to combo, Rambo being one of them. You know what I'm saying? And my favorite character in the game, the Thunder God, you know, we already know why. You know, I was the best character using him in Trilogy. No one could beat my character in Trilogy, dog. No one could beat my Thunder God in Trilogy, dog. I don't care how good you think you are, dog. You cannot. Obviously, if you pick like Rain and try to Rain Ball, you know what I'm saying? I still think I have a chance though. Like, because if you try to do Rain Ball, I can actually teleport with Raiden and actually get a free grab off of you. So like, you know what I'm saying? For all you guys that were not that were like, oh, like he's whack, dog. He's not whack. None of the characters, in my opinion, ever were whack. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I would love to see the original team from Mortal Kombat redo Mortal Kombat Trilogy, but like add way more overheads, way better graphics. Maybe even add that cinematic fatal blow animation, like the fatality animation, when you actually do land the fatality in the game. You know, the overheads should be able to maybe ground bounce and give you a full or just give you a full combo. You know, I would love to see them tweak the game, give better graphics to the projectiles. Keep the sound effects exactly the same, though, because the sound effects in the original arcade Mortal Kombat were just like the best part of maybe the funniest fighting game sound effect, maybe the funniest sound effects in video game history. I mean, it was just brilliant. It was just hilarious. I mean, I must have heard the sound effects thousands of times. I play Mortal Kombat Trilogy to this very day. I listen to it, and it still makes me laugh hysterically. I catch Noob Saibot with like 70 jabs in a row. The AI thought he was dope. The computer thought he was dope. I caught him with like 70 jabs in a row, and he looked like a punching bag in front. He looked like a speed bag and shit. And I'm laughing my ass off the whole time I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, I like, you know, all you fans, man, you guys should have complained a little bit more, and we could have got new characters for Mortal Kombat 11. They would have kept updating Mortal Kombat 11. But you fans have no backbone, man. You're not willing to challenge the developers and go, hey, what the fuck are you doing? We don't want you to stop making the shit. The shit is hot. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. The shit is hot. Add more fucking characters to the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, add Reptile to fucking Mortal Kombat 11. What are you doing? But I'm done, man. I've been streaming for a long time, man. I can't find matches in Street Fighter 6 anymore. I don't use Discord. I would love to like start using it and find matches on a regular basis. Unfortunately, I can't find matches in Street Fighter 6 and ranked anymore, so I just play AI. I love Street Fighter 6. When I play it offline, I feel like it's amazing. Like I said, there's certain situations I wish were easier to counter, like reuse Fireball. I know there are ways to do it, but like during block situations, it should be easier. You know, I've mentioned them over and over again, but hopefully they listen to me, man. You know, I want Capcom USA to do amazing. It's my favorite company. Like, I've always supported everything they do, dog. I mean, I bought fucking Mega Man X4 as a young kid, dog. Like, don't deny me my shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? I actually thought Mega Man X4 was the best Mega Man game of all time. Like, it's way better than the one that came out for PlayStation 4. I love that hand-drawn art style. I wish they did it more like, you know, like cel-shaded, like And it would be nice to have multiplayer in Mega Man, dog. Like Mega Man, if you've never played Mega Man is one of the hardest fucking games of all time, dog. Especially the earlier ones. The ones that were like on like Nintendo and shit. Those shits were hard as fuck, bro. I mean, were you designing those games for kids or were you just trying to piss people the fuck off? Like, cause those shits are hard as fuck. I don't care, dude. You know what I'm saying? I personally thought the direction they were going with like the X4 series and Mega Man X was way better than the original Mega Man games. Obviously, it started because of that. The way he looks in the original Nintendo games was like real small and like he didn't even look like a Mega Man. He looked like Mega Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna call a game Mega Man and then he looks like a little boy on the screen? He looked like a little baby in a fucking robot suit and shit. Like, how is that Mega Man? That's Mega Boy. That's Mega Baby right there. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's any game that there should be multiplayer to help you out so that you have a better chance of winning, it's Mega Man, for Christ's sake, dog. Mega Man is, like, the one for PlayStation 4 was extremely fucking hard. I don't care if you have slow motion or not. That shit is hard as fuck, dog. I don't know about anyone else, dog. I fucking struggled to beat even one level in that shit. And we never got an update to, like, make the game easier. Like, can we get, like, a very easy mode in Mega Man where you have infinite health and I can just mindlessly beat the fucking game and see what happens? Because I don't know how you're selling that and expecting people to like it when it's impossible to fucking beat it. And so is that fucking Dungeons and Dragons. What Ghosts and Goblins? I said Dungeons and Dragons. I never played that shit. I'm not that fucking nerdy, dog. You know what I'm saying? Ghosts and fucking Goblins? That shit is hard as fuck. I mean, is like, I don't understand what Capcom, like, why do you do this to your fans, Capcom? I thought you like us. I thought you were making the games because you like us and you want to make money and have a fan base and everything. Some of your fucking games are too fucking hard, man. Like, Resident Evil's fucking hard as fuck, dude. Like, I want a real easy mode that, like, no matter what, like, I have infinite ammo, infinite health, and I can just breeze through the fucking game and fucking win. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, bro. I'm a fucking fan of yours, man. You're like almost fucking sadistic with your game development. Like, recently you have been adding those easier modes thanks to fucking me complaining to Mega Man, and I'm really happy that you guys finally fucking listened. It only took me about 15 years of fucking complaining. Jesus fucking Christ. I love Capcom. I don't want to sit there and act like they're like... They do port a lot of games from Japan, so it's really not even their fault, like here in Capcom USA. But if you are going to port a game from Japan and localize it and sell it here, goddamn, dog. Really try to make it fun and fair, dog. Like, and some of the achievements, you have to beat the game at the hardest setting. Who the fuck has time to beat the game at the hardest setting? It's impossible. I'll never get the fucking achievement. I'll never get to 100% the fucking game now. You know, stop, developer, please. Stop making these ridiculous achievements that are almost impossible. Like, oh, beat the game 10 times on the hardest difficulty. How about you go suck a fucking fat baby dick? How about that? How about that? Because it's too fucking difficult, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge fan of this shit, but goddamn, you don't even add Zero to the shit no more. Zero is the best character in Mega Man. You know what I'm saying? And nothing would make me happier as a fan of Mega Man. Like, I'm not going to lie. I did love Mega Man X4. I instantly fell in love. I thought Zero was fucking awesome in the game. You know what I'm saying? I love, like, sliding around and, like, air dashing and, like, You know what I'm saying? Wall bouncing and shit, and like doing hadonki, you know what I'm saying? That shit is dope. As a little fucking young teenage kid, I'm fucking addicted to this shit. I'm hooked to the fucking screen. I can't put the controller down. The shit is fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? But I'll leave it at that, man. I really look forward to Dragon's Dogma 2. I am gonna buy that day one. I love Capcom. I do talk a lot of shit, but for a legitimate reason. And I really hope the developers understand why I do it. If I'm wrong and you already tried out the logic and all that, and I'm just an idiot, well then I apologize, and I'm just a fucking idiot that doesn't understand. Because I really believe a lot of the logic that the original Japanese developers were doing, not all of it, a lot of it was right. You know, to do the super motion with E Honda, guess what? You give up your low blocking. So what does that mean? There are certain situations that even if I tried to go for it, it won't work. Like if an opponent does, like let's say for example, jumping hard kick into like crouching light kick, I won't be able to, in my opinion, if they do it correctly, I won't be able to beat their crouching light kick before they do super. So it's not this unbeatable, oh my god, I have super, there's nothing I could do. There are still situations that are legitimate. The only thing is when you play the computer, they're going to do unrealistic human bullshit. It's not humanly possible. They're going to do situations that are just not humanly possible. Like I said, blocking the first hit of Ryu's super and then light punch, dragon punching through the rest of the super and avoiding the rest of it. That's fucking insane. That's not humanly possible. When you play against the computer in Super Turbo, like in the 30-year anniversary collection, even though I've been seeing this shit ever since the PlayStation 2 anniversary collection. So this is not anything new to me. Zangief grabbing you one time and or E Honda or any character Ken grabbing you one time and literally draining. I've been grabbed by Zangief one time. I'm literally about to win the round. And you all know how hard Zangief is in the computer's hands. I mean, he's doing standing 720s. He's doing standing super command grabs, dog. That's fucking humanly impossible to do a raw 720 command grab. I don't care. I dare a player prove me wrong. I dare a human player prove me wrong. I'm not saying doing crouching jab, crouching light kick to build the opportunity for it to come out. I'm saying to do a raw fucking 720 without leaving the ground. That's what I mean by a raw 720. And it's really actually a 540 motion, which is still ridiculous. You know, I can do it like off of like crouching jabs and stuff like that, but to do it raw without a jump in or like a forward hard kick that I believe actually goes over low attacks, which if you do it correctly, you know, you can counter them with super. Like let's say for example, if they go for crouching hard sweep, which a lot of Ryu and Ken players like to do to Zangief. So you can actually do that forward hop that he does to go over that and counter them with the super motion or counter them with other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why the developers like added this shit for these exact reasons. And people, I see these players aren't even using them. Like, some are, but a lot of them are not. And I'm thinking to myself, like, are they idiots or what? Like, I'm seeing these players that, like, they never use the shit that is supposed to be used for that kind of shit. But, you know, I'm done, bro. I'm done, man. I've been wasting a lot of bandwidth. I apologize to YouTube. I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to leave it at that. I try not to stream too much if I do a long video like this. But, you know, hopefully, like, you know, I do want the fighting game community to get better because I just get so bored winning all the time. You know what I'm saying? I just get so bored winning all the time. It gets boring. It's boring. You know, in Third Strike, I've gone on win streaks where, like, I literally do not lose a match the entire night playing ranked. Like, just wiping my ass time and time again, over and over again, over and over. You know what I mean? But I'm done, man. I'm done with the video. I hope you enjoyed it, man.